All right, welcome back everybody. This is looking at activities 2 and 3 in the terrestrial environments investigation. And so for this one, we're actually going to run both of these at the same time. With kids, we really want to do this as 2 separate days so that they're able to see how the organisms interact with each of the different non-living components of an environment. So the first one we've got our soil. I had a bag of potting soil here at my house, and so I just took some of the potting soil up at the top, and it was kind of dry, so there's my dry, and I did about a half a cup. And then I have my moist, which is some of the softer, kind of like when you first open the bag of potting soil, that's your moist. And then for my wet potting soil, I took some of the potting soil and I just added some water to it so that it would get a wet texture. So, okay. All right, so we're going to change camera, people. So I want you to hold the camera, and I'm going to get this set up. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to use our terrarium, and we're going to make some little piles of our dirt within the terrarium. So here's my dry, and I'm gonna put my little dry sticky there. I'm gonna put my moist in the middle and try and keep like a little barrier so that we've got some room in between them. There's my moist, and it looks like that's a lot. So I'm gonna take out some of this because I wanna try and make 3 distinct piles so that we can really observe which type of soil the isopods prefer. So there, I'm going to label that one moist. My last one is going to be wet. And so we're going to kind of empty in some of this, and so probably not the whole thing.
Can I tell you that? Can I tell them that?
What do you need to add?
I would like to say predictions on which ones.
Yes, we definitely want to make sure that our students are making predictions as to which ones they think that the isopods are going to enjoy the most. And that is actually going to be on their observation sheet that they have. So I'm going to switch back, and I'm going to let you go and get one of the containers of isopods.
I like the roly-polies.
Okay, so we're gonna put all of our pill bugs, our roly-polies,
I like the same
inside of this one. And because, you know, with I probably roll up and do half and half.
And I want to flip over some.
Yeah.
So they don't just stay there and die.
And so we're just going to kind of put them in.
That's what they're saying.
Oh my goodness. Yep, they're saying Geronimo. Okay. Okay. So let's go ahead and pick up the little piece of potato. Oh, come on. They're hanging out on it, aren't they?
Here. I'll take them over to you.
Okay.
Here.
And it looks like I may have lost a few, and that happens with living organisms. We have to let them know that.
It's just
Okay.
it has a little crack. See what?
Okay, so we'll go ahead and we're going to leave that there. And then the other investigation that we're going to run is the light investigation. So, you know, we know that soil is one of the non-living components in an ecosystem. Light is another non-living component.
Do we have to make little holes?
Nope, we're not going to make little holes.
Oh, they have like a little.
But I want you to fold it to kind of make a tent.
Like this.
Mm-hmm.
You can roll it in flint.
And get the lid off. So these ones, we're going to just kind of put in here. Oh, they're all there.
They really like
Look at them, they're all right there. Okay, and then what we're going to do, here, you want to come and hold this one more time for me?
Okay.
And so with that, I'm going to kind of shake everybody out. Out.
Come on out, boys. Camp is over.
And I'm going to just fold this in half,
Boys and girls.
and we're going to put it over one half. So kind of show everybody. So from the top, it looks like half of it's covered up and half of it's not.
I think they like
And-
the other side more. But
Well, that's okay. That's what we're going to find out. So then we're going to kind of leave these and we'll come back and check them, and your students will make those observations to see which preferences. So do the isopods prefer dry, moist, or wet soil? And then the other one, do they prefer light or shade? And you
They
have
like
the
them
ability
all.
to check
They
to
like them
leave
all.
these overnight if you want to leave them out overnight and you're worried about escapees. This lovely lid is a great thing. You can just set it over the top. Provides air holes for the isopods to get their air, and you can leave them overnight. All right, so we will check back tomorrow, and the next part will be setting up activity 3. All right, so welcome to activity 4, where we are actually going to build our terrarium. So after we have figured out what kind of soil our isopods prefer and the lighting conditions that our isopods prefer, we're actually going to create a habitat for them and put some plants in here. That way we have our own little ecosystem inside of the classroom. So I've already taken the soil that the isopods preferred based on my observations from the previous activities, and I've added some of that in here. And so now we're actually going to add in some radish seeds and some clover seeds. At least I'm hoping these are clover because my bag was not labeled. They look like my clover seeds I've used before. If it's not clover, it's probably barley.
They
So,
like that too.
Yes. The reason that we're going with these two seeds, hold on. The reason that we're going with these two seeds is because they are, they're plants that grow pretty quickly, and the isopods actually like them. So we're going to go with those. So now what we want to do is, doing this virtually, we want to make sure that each terrarium that we use, the kids will map out kind of how they want to plant. So we're just going to do some rows. So we're going to kind of, with our finger, kind of dig some little holes. And so we've got like 3 little holes in each row.
And then I get to sprinkle the seeds.
Yes. And so
it's just gonna be a pinch, not a spoon.
right, it's not a whole bunch. It's not meant to be one seed all by itself. So why don't you put yours in? We're going to do 2 rows of these. Okay. All right, and that one's getting a whole bunch of seeds in there. And we're going to cover these ones up, and let's switch over and we're going to do the radish seeds. And, we can do more seeds than just these. But like I said, these are the ones that
They like.
our isopods like the best. I'm going to put this kind of over the top. Okay, let's go ahead and there's 3 more holes right here. There you go. Okay, and then we're going to kind of close up our holes. And then what is the other thing that our seeds need?
Water.
We need some water. So,
You're gonna get some water. How much? Tablespoon?
yep.
Yeah. Tablespoon of water?
All right, so we have our water, and we're going to add some water to the terrarium. So go ahead.
Just
We don't need to add too much. Oh, there you go. And I did, because I'm using my at-home measuring tools, and so with that, because I know I didn't show you guys beforehand, I actually did fill it up to just at the 100 milliliters mark, and in
Can we put
customary, that's about, it's right about between a third and a half a cup.
We need to put
Okay.
the other isopods.
And so now, yep, we're going to add in our other isopods, and with some of ours, we're just going and we're spooning them over, and we're adding them in. It's all right. They're gonna kind of kick over. But
This one's alive.
once we've added in the isopods, then we can put the terrarium lid on, and we'll get to watch them grow, and we'll keep an eye on our seeds and observe that data.
I think all
Huh?
of them.